Today, we are going to say the multiplexing laboratory. What is the purpose of multiplexation in data communication network? The purpose or the objectives is to decrease the number of physical lines requested and to maximize the use of the bandwidth of the media. It is to share the data transmission capacity over the same link to increase efficiency. The multiplexing techniques are classified as follows. Um, FDMA, or frequency division multiple access, is a multiplexing technique used in multiple communication protocols, both digital and analog mailing radio frequency, and among them in mobile phones in GSM network. Uh, in in frequency division multiple access, uh, we access to the medium. Uh, the access to the medium is done by dividing the available spectrum into channels which correspond to different frequency range, assigning these channels to the different users and communication to be carried out without interfering with each other. Frequency division multiplexing works as follows. Each source of several that originally occupied the same frequency spectrum is converted to a different band of frequency and transmitted simultaneously over a single transmission medium. Thus, many relatively narrowband channels can be transmitted over a single broadband transmission system. Uh, the TDMA, or time division multiple access, is a technique that allows the transmissions of digital signal and whose idea consists of occupying a channel of transmission from different sources. Uh, in this way, a better use of the means of communication is achieved transmission. Achieved transmission time division multiple access, or TDMA, is one of the most popular TDM techniques. This multiplexing technique distributes the information units in alternate time slot, providing multiple access to reduce the number of frequency. It could be said that it is a digital process that can be applied when the capacity of the transmission data rate is greater than the necessary data rate required by the sending and receiving device. In this case, multiple transmissions can be occupy a single link by subdividing and interleaving the portions. Uh, my partner.
Yes, WDAA. In fiber optic communication, wavelength division multiplexing is a technology which multiplexes a number of optical carrier signals onto a single optical fiber by using different wavelengths. of laser-like. This technique enabled bidirectional communication over a single strand of fiber, also called wavelength division, duplexing as well as multiplication of capacity. The term WDM is commonly applied to an optical carrier which the typical discrete bit is wavelength, whereas frequency division multiplexing typically applies to radio carrier with more of described. The frequency is purely conventional because wavelength and frequency communication. OFDMA, Orthogonal Frequency Division Multiple Access, allow assigning a different number of subcarriers to each of the user, thus warranting a different quality of service depending on the assigned bandwidth. In the other words, OFDMA allow to establish a connection speed and probability of error individually for each user. Of FDMA resembles CDMA in that it uses separated spectrum technology where each transmitter is a signal a coded user can reach different connection speed thanks to assigned factor the separated encoder different number of the coder are separated to each user. Next, list the technologies that use each of the multiplexing techniques above. DBT and ES is DBT, Digital Terrestrial Television Standard. The AB digital radio, the RM low frequency digital radio. 4G LTA mobile telephony. Next. What is the relation between modulation technique and multiplexing? Modulation and multiplexing are two concepts used communication to enable networking. Modulation consists of varying the properties of array signal to send information, while multiplexing is a way of combining multiple signals. Both functionalities are essential for a successful network.
Okay, the this is the example of the point 4 uh, with the modulation scheme, quadrature fast cheesecake or QPSK, and the multiplexing technique or orthogonal frequency division multiple access. Uh, and the question is, which technology applies these techniques? Okay, the orthogonal frequency division multiplexing is a transmission technique that consists of multiplexing a set of carrier waves of different frequency, where each one carries information which is modulated in PHK. Um, Orthogonal frequency division multiple access has become a popular scheme of broadband digital communication used in applications such as digital television, digital broadcasting, digital subscriber line, or DSL, internet access, wireless network, power grid communication, and 4G mobile phones. Uh, Orthogonal frequency division multiplex access is a frequency division multiplexing scheme used as a digital multi-carrier modulation method for symbol transmission. The, the quadrature phase shift keying is a frequency division is a digital modulation is represented in the constellation diagram by 4 points equidistant from the coordinate origin. With four phases, uh, this digital modulation can encode 2 bits for each symbol. The allocation of bits to each symbol is usually done by means of the gray code, which consists in that between two adjacent symbols, the symbols only differ by 1 bit, 30 bit, minimizing the erroneous bit rate. In this technique, numerous widely spaced orthogonal subcarrier signals with overlapping spectra are emitted to transmit data. The demodulation is based on fast Fourier transform algorithm. Thank you.